Welcome to CTV Sports in the 8th game of the World Polo League 2024 Palm Beach Open, where we have Alegria going up against Kaia Polo.
And as you can see here, a very nice view of the field number 4, alongside those World Polo League flags. Slightly overcast, but a very agreeable 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we have some amazing players ready to take the field. Let's take a look.
And once again, a very nice view there of those flags on Lake Worth Road. Field number 4 in pristine condition, as to be expected for this 8th game, as Dale was saying, of the Palm Beach Open 2024. Remember, Kaia have already played their first game. They're coming into this with an 0-1. They lost to the Maltese Falcons by 9-11. Alegria now taking the stage here for the first time in the Palm Beach Open. So best of luck to Chukker, Jason, Tincho and Fred. And it won't be an easy job, because Kaia, with that 0-1, will be looking for their first win there.
No, it's a huge game for Kaia here, and they've been playing stellar polo all season long, and they're going to get a 3-goal handicap here. So we'll see if they can capitalize on that 3 goals, as they've done in most of the games they've won.
They have indeed, and they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. But it looks like Alegria are going to get the slightly better start here, after Kaia did win that throw-in, but they've managed to get the ball back very quickly. And that man on the boards there from South Africa, Chukker Erskine, looking to send it up to Tincho Merlos. Back to Chukker with a cut shot possibly. Yeah, he's going to work this one through. Chukker, nicely done. A little bit too far out for Crowder, who's playing the number 2 today, to pick up on that play. So Kaia Polo on the doorstep will send it back towards that halfway line, and away we go.
Big breakaway here as Kaia's turning into defense into offense, and then turn around quickly and controlled. Remember, you get the control play here from the Kaia Polo team is they'll use Larry in the front, Santi Tocolino in the back, and then you'll have Lorraine Zubier, of course, pulling the team. Very strong at 7 goals, and Mariano in the middle. The captain, El General, he's the great general right here. Number 3, pulling it around the corner, backing it up, looking for Tocolino. He's going to find Lorraine.
Yeah, and Zubiari will take that away. Was very unlucky just a few moments ago when Chukker tried to pick up that broken play. There was a pass coming. He got his stick down just in the nick of time, but unfortunately for Alegria, Kaia coming back very strong now then. Santi Tocolino. Now we know who Santi Tocolino is. Not only an 8-goal player, but the only player so far in this season, Dale, to have picked up that penalty too.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, to reference Fred Mannix, a shot heard around the world. As Fred was one of our special guests, our first special guest here on CTV Sports during our Sunday games, and Jan Erik Frank is out at the field for our 4 o'clock games at the beautiful stadium there at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And you can always join us there. It is open to the public. And we have our special guest where we have a professional player. I want to thank all of our players who have come in to the game, or into the studio actually. And we started with Fred Mannix, and then Alejandro Navija Estrada, and then you were in with Chukker.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Ilario Figueres. And Ilario's first time ever on the mic, so it's nice having Ilario in. And here we go. First penalty day, 5B. And Fred Mannix has been one of the players who actually almost made one from the center. Remember, it must be behind the line. And they could do it during a penalty shot or during play. You have a 2-point conversion. And remember, the buzzer beater is in place. Any ball shot before the second horn, if it continues to roll through the goal after time runs out or rolls over the end line, and that ball will continue play there. Back to the action, Mariano.
Yeah, unlucky there. Tincho nearly got away with it. Crowder needs to allow a little bit of space for, as you called him, the general. And Kaia Polo on the move again. Mannix clears it. It's always nice, and we've seen that happen a few times when Mannix works that rotation, like here, taking that ball up. He's going to back up Crowder. Crowder gets a touch. And I'm pretty sure that's going to go out of bounds, but you saw there how Mannix came back from the back, right up at the front there, on what looked like a set play.
Yeah, he's the number 4 that's going to run through. Fred loves the game of polo, and he got the breeding operation. We talked a lot about the breeding operation, and what's great with Fred is we talked about, and we'll talk about some of the horses, is I believe he's right now riding Pite Hypnosis, and this actually for Pite Merlos. So they do mix it up. A lot of the players, they have their own breeding operation. They play a lot of their own ponies, but they also play a lot of the different breeding operations, whatever suit them. On the move, Fred Mannix.
Yeah, and a little bit of a challenge there coming in from Aguirre, but he's doing very well. Aguirre now puts the hammer down, and we will get a whistle on that play. Let's have another closer look at that. Mannix working it very, very hard there to try and get and shake off Aguirre.
They come together there, 4 players, then you have a back shot. So you're either going to have backing into the pony or riding into the shot. It's going to go either way here. We're going to have our first courtesy change, a good shot of Fred.
Yeah, I thought exactly what you said the first. I thought it was riding in from behind. That was
tough.
Yeah.
This is why we have of course, we have all the challenges in place. Each team will receive 1 challenge per half. You got to use it or lose it. And they can challenge any play, any call by the umpires. Good shot of Fred Mannix. And they can challenge any of the ball placements. Well, we've noticed on some of our new stats, as Jan and I were talking about before the game, some of the teams, and actually the Kaia team, Mariano, I think, believes does most of they work together, most of the teams, but they have only challenged, in the Founders Cup, they only challenged ball placements.
Yeah,
they didn't challenge any of the fouls.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting perspective if you're getting into it. And remember, the triggers are in place. Check to see if a goal is in or out. Check to see if the ball goes out of bounds anywhere on the field. Anytime you have contact, between the horses or the players. And, of course, the unsportsmanlike conduct, they can look at that. And then we have our umpire challenge in place where they'll use our third man / IRO instant replay official here in the CTV studios to help the umpires make a more proficient call. Decide what umpires, right? And sometimes they're, they don't like maybe both of them called, but it's been very successful. And also it's given a lot of, confidence to the players and the umpires, the umpire challenge or umpire trigger. Open goal penalty 2, Tincho.
Wow.
Tincho.
Yeah. Just keeping us on the edge of our seat there.
One of our highest rated penalty shooters, Tincho Milos, making the first penalty 2 of the day. Got that sweet swing.
Yeah, and that is the first goal of the match. Remember those 3 goals given on handicap to Kaia. So 3-1, courtesy change done and dusted. We are still in the first Chukker. Once again, a warm welcome if you've just joined us here. CTV Sports 8th game of the Palm Beach Open 2024.
On the bowling here, breaks out. And this is what the Alegria team wants to do. Try to break down that 3-goal handicap that Kaia has received early. Because when they get the 4 or 5 or 6 goals early, now we get another whistle. Kind of back and forth there. Take another look at this one. Going to be Tincho on the penalty 5A. Picked up here and moved by Zubieri. And then you have a player coming from right to left across the right of way there. Remember, a player always following the ball, the imaginary line. Has a right of way over a player moving towards the ball. So penalty 5A. It's going to be Tocolino.
Now then, let's see how that arm is working. It's working very well here for Santi Tocolino. Another deep ball. He was looking for Larry Austin. Larry actually got a piece of that. Well done, Larry. But Crowder will be the last man in defense here for Alegria on his own back line. Will slam that one back up to the front. And here we go. Little snapshot under the neck there. And away we go. Chukker Erskine picks that up nicely on the near side. He's got Tocolino with him, and Erskine, elegance in motion there by the South African.
Yeah, this is the big part of the Alegria team at 25 goals. Fred coming from the number 4 position, but also Chukker pulling the team. And when they've been very successful is when they get Chukker going early. Speed is the love. He loves the speed. The need for speed for Chukker Erskine. Faster the better. Gets a little edge on Tocolino. It's gonna be a fun day to watch number 1 and number 4 go at it.
Yep.
Santi being one of our tougher backs, he will run through also. And of course, we've talked about how big ball hitter he is. And look at trying to take control there. Chukker jumping across a little bit, but you're gonna try to get an edge on every possession.
Here we go then. Ball back in play on the halfway line. A little over a minute and a half remain in this first Chukker. Zubiari will slam that one downfield. This time it's going to be Tincho Merlos taking the role of the defender. Tocolino on the near side. He got a piece of it. But again, good defense. Crowder.
Running towards the east goal here. And so remember, they are running into the slight breeze, as we could say. It might be a little more difficult on the penalty shots, I think, than on the actual play. 3-2. So remember that 3-goal handicap given to the Kaia team. They've been very successful early and really adding to that 3 goals. I mean, we've seen them score 3 in the first Chukker. And
yes.
Have a 6-1 or 6-2 game, and they've just edged teams out. But 26-goal Polo, Mariano Aghetti, the general, former 10-goal player, Hall of Famer. He is the real deal, and he understands how important that is to actually get those goals. And that'll bring us to the end of our first Chukker. So we'll send everybody off for some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our second Chukker Play 2024 World Polo League Palm Beach Open. Okay, live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4, our 8th game of the 2024 World Polo League Palm Beach Open. I'm Dale Schwetz.
I'm Jan Eric Frank. A warm welcome and a good afternoon.
Yeah, and we're going to go through the teams one more time. We got Alegria against Kaia Polo.
We do indeed. Alegria in the, now what colour would you call that, Dale? Is that like a cherry red, maybe, and the black? The traditional colours of Fred Mannix's team. Led this time by Sugar Erskine at number 1. He scored in that first chukker. Jason Crowder, number 2, playing on 5 goals. Tincho Merlos, the 7-goaler. Also picking up a penalty too, and Fred Mannix at back playing the number 4. Both of those last 2 players of 7 goals. Kaia Polo with Larry Austin at the number 1 position. At number 2, Lorene Zubiari, 7 goals. At number 3, Mariano Aguirre, former 10-goaler, now coming in of a very strong 7 goals. And Santi Tocolino playing the back position, 8 goals to his name. 2 unanswered goals there by Kaia in that first chukker. Remember, Kaia were given 3 goals on handicap, which is what Alegria have been very successful at chipping away already in that first chukker, taking down, picking up 2 goals and coming back onto the field now with a deficit of just 1. 2-3. Here we are then, top of chukker number 2.
Bowling down inside the 60-yard line to start the second chukker. That was a big advantage for Alegria, but they have a foul committed here. And watch this Kaia Polo team. They're going to send Larry forward. And Larry is a number 1. He will rotate back into the game and play the defense, but he will focus on playing the number 1. And Mariano wants him there, and this is why. Big move, ball placement. And we talked about Kaia.
Yep.
They were the one team in the Founders Cup that every time, and they challenged as many plays, more than any other team, but all 4 times they did, it was ball placement. Mm-hmm. And that's why, very important. Tocolino from the 60. Ooh, just off to the right. Left side from the field, right side from the video. But Santi will adjust.
Oh, he will, I'm sure. So, Fred Mannix will get the knock in here for Alegria. And he's been hitting the ball very well already here in this first match for Alegria. Remember, Kaia already having played once, losing against the Maltese Falcons. A very close game. It was 11 goals to 9 for the Falcons. Kaia, no doubt, will be looking for their first win. On the move then, Lorene Zubiari gets in to a little bit of a sticky situation there with Tincho Merlos. Everybody now leaving the ball. Umpire, you can see they're in the safety zone. Wouldn't mind taking another look at that play.
Yeah, they talk about it. Interesting play on the boards. The 2 players came together. Going to go in favor of the Kaia Polo team, so they're going to put Santi back to the line. Open goal penalty 3, 40-yard shot.
No mistake. His first goal and the first goal for Kaia Polo.
Yep, and you don't put Santi back on the line too many times.
No, you
got to be careful of that, because he just had the 60. And once he gets warmed up, he's been one of our top 5 shooters the last 2 or 3 years, and enjoys the opportunity to get on the line. He's waiting to get on the line, so be careful.
Here we go then, ball back in play. Mr. Merlos on the move. Now he's within shooting range. Here we go, wait for it, and look at that, bang. No time wasted at all, and that's his second goal of the match.
Wow, great goal here by Tincho Merlos, and this is just speed play. Looks to his right. He knows he's got people coming in, so he sets up here, and then Tincho fires from 75 yards out. Perfect swing, perfect hit. Right down the center. Merlos on the gray.
So, 1 goal in it at the moment. Quick answer there from Alegria after that penalty 3 from Santi Tocolino, and Alegria have it again. And this is what it's going to come down to, Dale. It's going to come down to possession. Remember, those halftime stats will tell you all you need to know. Tocolino has to lean very far out of the side now. Will he go for the under the next shot, or will he try and work it in? He's going to try and work it. Sugar's there with him. Still Santi. Decides to take the ball round. Cuts in again. He's left one player behind. He's trying to push his way through to the next one. Well done, Santi. And that ball coming off the horse of Fred Mannix there, which is a little bit unfortunate for Santi Tocolino.
Yeah, so you get it. Watch Santi turned around, or now he makes it into the inside here, and that's clean play. Now Tincho knows he's got to give one, so he gets out of the way. Clean. Then they come across, and that's not the most direct route out. So you might get the one called here. Yeah, you're gonna get the penalty one. So remember, most direct route out. So the most direct route out would have been going to the right there. Fred went to the left, tried to clear out in front of the goal, but remember the rule reads when you are blocking, you need to take the most direct route out. And 9 times out of 10, most defending players will put themselves in a better position. In this case, it kicked the ball backwards. I like the one. So good call by the Mount officials.
Hello, Dale. Tocolino. Oh, 4 or 5 yards. 4 or 5 yards out. But I'm pretty sure he was going for that.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Aguirre. Mariano. They want to capitalise. They got the ball exactly where they want it. Crowder, he needs to also allow that play to be made. Aguirre trying to work it through. Little cut shot with a little bit of a spin on that. And that will just go and shave that goal mouth into the corner. They go. Lorenzo Biari, Tocolino straight back on the boards. Everybody wanting a piece of it now. In comes Aguirre, and it's going to be left for Mannix. Oops, nice quick turn here by Tincho.
Wow, beautiful pony there.
Yeah. Waits for the ball to bounce back off or ricochet off the boards, Tincho. Well, he's got the support. Mannix now going up. Tocolino knew he had to get out of the way. Let's see what the umpires make of this one.
So well done here by Fred. Working hard for Tincho. Watch Fred come flying up here from behind. Right here. He's guarding Tincho. Look. Keeps out Mariano. And then Santi's going to come up front. And they've been very consistent on this. This play with the blocking. And that's something I think the players kind of embrace. Maybe when it happens on the field. But they embrace it because they know that that's being called quickly. Because the game of polo gets slowed down a lot from the blocking. So the players just want to know if it's going to be called right away, then they'll stay out of it. And if there's a gray area in there and the umpire's a little bit too much, maybe let them play on a play like that. So no worries, they'll adjust. Santi will adjust. So we'll go to our courtesy change here. And you're seeing good shot here. Is Tocolino's side to give him Larry. Talking to Larry, awesome. Larry also plays up at our sister club, the Aspen Valley Polo Club, and playing great polo.
Yeah.
Great seeing Larry. He's really enjoying his game, and you got to give love to the Kaia team. They've been very successful this year, 2024 World Polo League, and so good shot here of Tocolino. And we've been seeing a lot more, Jan, this year, I think, of team organization during the courtesy change, which we've talked a lot about it, actually, with the umpires. Also comes up in a lot of the umpire meetings. I sit in on the umpire meetings with Steve Lane and Gaston Dorniak, who are the top managers, of course, with the umpire crew, team of umpires. And we break down plays all the time. We watch a lot of videos weekly, break it down to really work for consistency. And give or take on the non-calls, and talk a lot about the non-calls, good non-calls, bad non-calls. We get to have the ability with here at CTV Sports in the studios with our third man / IRO, the ability to tag plays. And that way you can tag all the plays, and that way when they have the ability to go to talk with the umpires, and everything's tagged out different ways, and then we can bring the team together, and it's been great for the players and the umpires. And it goes both ways. There's some plays missed, and also there's some triggers and some challenges.
Yeah.
So we group, and if there is a play that was missed, then the teams get recognized and let the captains know that there was an issue here or there. And it's just been great, accepted by all the teams and sponsors, which we appreciate. And it's also helped the umpire team of umpires come together as a very strong squad.
Yep, certainly has. No, the standard here is very, very high. 4K, of course, everything that you're seeing on your screens. And remember, this is the 6th year of the World Polo League, and if I remember, and it was already a very high level in year 1, but the evolution of this World Polo League, the way it's been growing, and also the number of teams, if you think about it, first we've got 10 teams this year in the Palm Beach Open. Now then, did that ball go in, Dale, or did it just slightly?
No, just in. I think it was Tincho again, right? I mean, Tincho. I was talking with Tincho at one of the asados over at the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm, and he's another player who is just drooling to get on the line. So do not put him on the penalty line today. Both teams with sharpshooters on the penalty line, and Tincho has one of those sweet swings, as I call it, where he drops them in 62 yards, 63 yards, 65 yards. He's not hitting the big ball like but he can hit the big ball, but that's his style.
Mannix, near side backhander, looking for Chukker, but Tokolina got there first. Chukker will have to allow the 8-goaler to make a play. He does, and straight down the middle of the field. He's going to have to run this one. Yeah, leave that one behind. In comes Chukker. He was the next man on said line. Alegria might think otherwise. Let's see what the umpires think.
Mario turned around to the left. Might have been better turning to the right here. Let's keep an eye on this. He comes in there pretty tight. And right there, just a little difficulty. Almost shut it down. Almost shut it down enough. Horse head kind of comes across. Trying to meet that play. And almost gets it done. Nice play here. Mochitos, polo ponies, of course. And actually, I think we've seen a couple. I think Mannix actually plays a few of Mariano's breeding operation. Mochitos horses. We've seen a number of those. As I said, the players do mix up. Penalty 5A on the right-of-way violation. A little shading call.
Long ball once again from Mannix, and Tincha tried to jump onto it. Kaia very quick across the field here. Within the 60, picked up by Tokolino. Chukker there will challenge him. And all of a sudden it's a 2-man wall there, but Chukker, as you can see, working very hard. This time it's going to be picked up by the general. Mariano Aguirre sends it out to the left-hand side. And that, as you would say, Dale, is a PP, a pretty pass indeed, as it was intended for Tokolino. But Mannix drills one back up with inside the 60 on the near side. He's done this before, and Chukker will get the nice little touch right at the end there. Well done, Mannix and Chukker Erskine.
I like the non-call here. You have a little racing and rubbing, which is part of every sport. You always break it down in NASCAR. But right here, they kind of touch right there, but clean play, and they let him play. Mariano's trying to go for it. Chukker stayed on the near side, gave Mariano the offside. They had a little rub, but Chukker had possession, so let it go. And we're equal here. We got the equalizer, 5-5.
Back in play, a little over, a minute left to go here in Chukker number 2. Out onto the boards. Once again, Chukker. He does work very hard, does Chukker Erskine.
The Alegria team plays at a very fast speed. Their pace. That ball comes off of the horse right there. You can see how it came off. Lesser angle. Tanti kind of questioned that thing a little bit on the angle of the play. Chukker coming across the field. Kind of came off the pony. Kind of weird there as it's shot off. Andy tried to get back to it. Penalty 5A, Fred. Behind the line here, but pretty far out, so see what he goes for. They like to play that power polo. They get the ball downfield. Here's Mannix.
Deep ball. He's found him. He's on the move. Tincho keeps it in play. Too far out there, unfortunately, for Chukker. And on the back line, oh, hang on. They might, I was going to say, turn defense into offense, but Jason Crowder hammers one back downfield. And that puts an end to that run. Kaia would have been away with that.
Yeah, bad luck there. Jason going for it. But like I said, you notice how Alegria is keeping that hit-and-run style. They don't slow it down much. That'll send us into our third Chukker play, so we'll send everybody off, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4, 8th game. And, well, we're tied up 5-5 here going into our third Chukker. Both teams still have challenges available if needed for their third Chukker. And at the moment, Tocolino keeping Kaia. He got the penalty 1, which is a team goal. And then went for the 5B and hit it well. Yeah, and you were falling out of your seat for a minute there. I thought you were going to kind of woke me up a little bit. I was like, whoa. But he hit it well. It was on its way. Fred's gone for it, too. Mannix to the 2 big hitters. And Tincho, 100% from the penalty line with a penalty 2 and a 4. And just one, Santi with 1, penalty 4, just a little bit wide, but strong from the penalty line. So very tight game here as we get into our third Chukker.
Indeed it is. As both teams, I think it's fair to say, have found their rhythm. And this will go, well, I think this, as you said, Dale, this could be a very, very exciting and thrilling 8th game of the Palm Beach Open 2024. On the move then. But that whistle just stopping Kaia in their tracks. Penalty 5A from the spot for Alegria. And once again, you were talking about how trigger happy he is. Well, he's going to get a chance here now. Tincho Merlos from, I'd say, about 80, 85 yards out, something like that, possibly. Defended goal, of course, penalty 5A, but he will go for the direct shot. Yeah, lands it on the tee, and Crowder might get a piece of this on the backhand. Well, he got the backhand, but just not quite where he wanted it to end up.
It's off the side there. Oh, check out some of the horses here, which is kind of interesting. Fred played Aranita Fax in the second Chukker, and actually the sire was Bochicho Labano, but the dam was Aranita Fabiano La Fabliela. Sorry about that, Fablialo, and she's an Aranita breed, so he mixes it up there, and that's kind of interesting. And because Fred plays about 5 or 6 from the Alegria, his breeding operation. He played one from Pete de Merlos's, and then La Aranita, which is, of course, Paulo McDonough.
Yep.
So congratulations to them. And there's some interesting combinations there with the ponies. And it's just been so amazing to watch them. And look at this. On the move, Chukker.
Well, Sugar Erskine, as you said, Dale, you give him a chance like that, and he's so consistent. High level of concentration. Checks up, sends it out to the right, and then just the coolest of touches. That's a cracking goal there by the young South African.
Yeah, when you keep Sugar up in front, he's he's got one goal in every Chukker, and he is, man, when he gets in front, wow, you got to keep an eye on him. I mean, and this is where they've had their success. Yeah, and when they mix it up, Alegria. Jason does a lot of the work.
Yeah, he does.
We talk about the clean and dirty work in the middle. Working very hard, and then Tincho, he falls off of that so well, and then you get Fred running through and Sugar pulling the team, and then they rotate around, and it's been successful for them. They've been knocking on the door in most of the tournaments. On this bowling here, Fred and Mariano get into it. A little bit of a sword fight there, and Mariano is taking on the team right there. Well done, Mariano. And they all come together there. They have a Mariano sandwich.
Yeah, we do indeed. And of course, that is.
They might look at this one. They both have challenges here, so we'll see. Look like Captain Fred Bannock was there discussing that with the umpires. We'll see if they decide to use it. Really close. They were kind of, it looked like they might have not been touching, but. Remember, umpires are making those calls at split second. They might talk about this one. When you have contact, you're allowed to trigger. And we'll see. You might have a challenge also, because third Chukker. And so we'll see what they decide here. It looks like they're discussing this. So we'll get all our information coming in from our third man /IRO, Instant Replay Official. And I wouldn't be surprised you don't see both teams using them. Some of the teams have been using them. Remember, it's there for the teams. Sometimes they use them, sometimes they don't. Some teams use them. And in the Founders Cup, Audi, they mixed it up. They used 4 challenges in their. They played 3 games. And remember, you get 2 per game. So, and they challenged foul, ball placement, and 2 fouls. Alegria, they challenge all fouls. They challenged 3 in 2 games. The Casablanca team, they just used it twice. And Kaia, they challenged 4. And I told you they're all ball placements. Mm-hmm. Maltese Falcons. Okay, so they're going to challenge ball placement one more time.
Well, you called it.
So Mariano's staying in queue, and there you go. Santi's dialed in. Watch out.
He certainly is. So that.
So you know what was really interesting, Ian? Is La Aranita, they did not use 1 challenge. They played 3 games. So that's kind of an interesting stat. Maltese Falcons went back and forth. 2 ball placements, 2 fouls. Park Place, all fouls. Senfez, 2 fouls. And then Travieso did not. So some teams use them, some people don't. It's all part of the system. And, there for the teams if they need them. And if not, And then they play on. Here we go. On the bowl end. Picked up here. Taken around the corner.
Oh,
Ooh.
there.
Well done, Lorraine.
Indeed, Chukker, he would have been away. So, play continues. And yeah, well, if you snooze, you lose, Dale. And in he comes, Tincho Merlos. He will have enjoyed picking up that ball. Once again, Alegria, very quick off the mark here. And that rotation working well. Mannix on the near side. He's got Jason in front to try and clear the way for him. But Aguirre, a lot of experience, of course, with that man with the number 3 on his shirt. And look how quickly they will turn it around. Aguirre on the near side. Crowder there trying to do something. I only got a piece of it. Just sends it out towards the boards. First man to pick that one up will be Chukker, and he will just take a little bit of pace out of the play. Nicely done. Look at that. 3-man chain here, working very well. Mannix, Crowder, exactly where he needs to be. Now then, Loreen Zubiari, he will come in for the challenge. Maybe Mannix will take out Loreen because he knows he's got Crowder behind him. There he comes on the near side. Good pickup. Oh, just keeps the ball in play. Back to Mannix. Loreen gets a piece of it. And did Crowder touch that as that came flying?
Looked like he shut it down in the air. Great eye there by Jason. Might get a courtesy change called here. We'll see if they might have just shut it down there. Right in that area. Remember when there is a control play in a neutral area, and the most neutral area is, well, if you want to break it down, 80 yards from the goal you're defending, 80 to 100 if you have possession. So if they do run for 3.5, 4 minutes, in this case, right here, 4.5 minutes of Polo. Good shot at Tincho. Merlos. Oh, no, Chukker, I apologize. Beg your pardon, Chukker right there, jumping from horse to horse. But you'll find that when they do decide to use the courtesy change and give a fair play possession, umpires are looking to give that to the team that has possession, and usually between the 80 and center. So that way it gives the defending team also the opportunity because the ball's going back to them. So right there with Santi had control. That was a lot of Polo being played. Now a good shot at Tincho. Augustine Tincho Merlos.
Doing a lot of coaching on Monday.
Yeah, he's a big coach. I mean, of course, his sons, he's got the family, he got all the sons out there, Celestino, and he said even the baby son, the baby boy was killing it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. And, of course, Roofy, the Roofinator.
Yeah, he was there.
Still today the youngest player to ever be on CTV Sports. We were at ChukkerTV then to announce. He actually jumped on the mic. He was fun. He was a little dude then, too. I think you were going to try to get him back on. Roofy, he's congratulations for playing great polo. He's taller than Augustine now. I was talking with Tincho about that. And he's grown and very successful. He's been playing the high goal now. And did a great job on the mic. He was actually out in Aspen Valley when he was out there playing in the junior polo. And, of course, CTV Sports, our executive producer, Mike Farrell, always wants to try to bring as many young polo stars in. If they're, they like the game, get them used to it.
Yep.
Like we're doing with the with our challenge system now, we're using that in the 8 and 12 during semifinals and finals.
Here we go then. Sokolino with a powerful near side backhand shot, but only as far as Mr. Mannix. Mannix will, send it back. Aguirre, I think he got a piece of that as well. But no damage done. As Chukker, Erskine. Yeah, now then. Will they let advantage play? I think they might. Tocolino. Stops, cuts in. Aguirre will go up. And he will maybe stick with Chukker. So, Tocolino. Where is he going to play this one to? He's got to get past 2 Alegria players. The first being Chukker now, and that's where he comes into play, Aguirre. And the oops, again, a little deflection coming off the pony there of Tincho Molos. Oh, a mistake, and that will be an easy pickings here for Aguirre. And I think he was looking for Loreen Zubiari. Sent that one a little bit too far out to the left and a little bit too deep. Enough time here for Tincho to come back and pick this one up. Tincho. Stolen by Aguirre. Well, there's a look of disbelief that he got blown on that one.
All right, here, third Chukker, 142 left, and they lost their challenge. So they're not going to be able to challenge this. Remember, they challenged the ball placement, so they won't be able to challenge this. It looked like Tincho was kind of, you saw him, thought that Mariano was moving when he turned it. Mariano thought he was clean there. But they'll tee this one up. And I believe we're going to see Mr. Mannix go for it right here. Tied up, 149 on the clock. Get ready. Here comes Fred.
Little wager, Dale?
He's going to get one this year. I mean, he hit the one. He hit it 148 in the air. I mean, this guy, he strikes the polo ball as well. That one's going to lay right around the 60. Taken out. Picked up. Mariano.
Yeah, and on the move, Kaia Polo. Galino not able to get there in time. Sent back now. Then who's going to pick this one up? Well, they were lucky to have a last man standing. Again, this one, I think, went over the top of the drone. Powerful shot there once again by Tocalino. And again, cheeky steal here. Tocalino in the air. Yeah, unlucky. He had a bit of a miss hit there. But my goodness, very, very strong here. Sugar will clear it. Let's have a look at that clock. A minute left to play here in the first half. And nice to see we've got a big turnout here at Field 4 at Grand Champions Polo Club. No surprise. Quickly take it from the spot. Tocalino now definitely within range. And that will go over the back line. Yeah, just nothing anybody could do about that.
Let's see him more manage the clock here. I wouldn't be surprised. I would. Yeah, they're going to manage the clock. Might as well. Manage the clock. Now they'll return for the second half, 6-6. They'll have possession, Alegria. So we're going to send them off to their tents, get with their coaches, trainers, get organized for the second half, 6-6. Here are our halftime stats. See if you see any major differences. Shots on goal, Alegria. 4 more there. Otherwise, pretty close all the way down.
Yep.
Both teams, pretty clean. Not a lot of goal shot penalties. Beautiful shot there at Grand Champions Polo Club. Field 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll be back. Stay with us.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martín Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pieres from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now, but it could be 8, and I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. The weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family we're around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
All the mountains around here, like it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses, and I play with a lot of friends. No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people. I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake. Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It look amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy, and I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July. It's an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
Welcome back, everybody, and a very warm welcome, a good afternoon. I'm sitting next to... Who am I sitting next to?
Dale Joseph Schwetz.
Exactly.
And I'm sitting next to Jan Erik Frank.
You are indeed.
Yeah.
And you're looking very good, Dale.
I enjoy sitting next to you.
And so do I. You know.
And it was nice. Our executive producer Mike was taking pictures of us today.
Yeah, he was.
And our new merch.
Yeah.
CTV Sports merch.
Yeah.
That should be out pretty quick.
Yeah. Very
A lot of
slimming.
people have been asking about the CTV Sports merch.
Well,
so keep your eyes out for that. You'll see the merch tent at the stadium, where we have all types of different merch there. And I hear there's new Casablanca stuff coming out.
very, very cool.
Of course, you got Santa Rita.
Yeah.
Aspen Valley.
World Polo League.
Yeah, World Polo League. So keep your eyes out for the merch because a lot of people are asking about it. And please, it always goes to a great cause. And so, it's great to see people really interested in it, Jan.
They are.
I feel good in it.
Yeah, so do I.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, you look fly, Dale.
You look fly.
Welcome back, everybody. Palm Beach Open 2024, the 8th match of this third tournament. Alegria out there with Sugar Erskine, Jason Crowder, Tincho Merlos, and Fred Mannix doing a very good job. They are a 25-goal team. They're up against Kaia Polo, who are doing just as much of a good job as Alegria. Larry Austin, Lorene Zubiari, Mariana Aguirre, and of course Santi Toccolina. It is 6 goals apiece. So,
not to interrupt you, but I'm looking at the flags now. It's almost like they just dropped to where it's kind of still out there.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see much of a difference here in the second half.
No, I think you're right.
I think both teams and very competitive. Back and forth here. I will give a little bit of an advantage maybe to Alegria just because they mixed it up a bit because Sugar with 3, Tincho with 1 in front of the field, 2 from the pen line, and then Fred hitting all the penalties. Otherwise, it's been Santi from the line. So I'm looking to get Larry and Lorene Zubiari more in the game because they pulled the team very well. So you might see a few adjustments here that way. And I think Alegria will probably play the same game.
Here we go then, and that's another monster pass and a very, very nice pass here from Fred Mannix, and he's found Tincho Merlos. Now that is again within his range. Look at that. That ball is going, and it's going, and it's going, and it's going to be saved on the line by the number 2, Lorene Zubiari. Very unlucky there, but a great effort by Tincho Merlos. And now let's see if Santi Toccolina, he slightly cut that a little bit too fine. The open backhand picked up by Aguirre. Another open back shot there. And again, he's found Lorene. And you can see, well, I was wondering whether he was going to do it. And he doesn't disappoint, does Mr. Crowder. Putting on his, what you call it, his goal-scoring helmet.
Yeah, good defense there by Lorene Zubiari. Remember, talk about him going forward. I love when Lorene's running forward. He's one of my favorite players to watch running in the goal. And that's what gets Larry in the game. You see the little adjustment here where 2 players come together, but you see him how he's coming back, making some defensive plays too. So that's going to take away from a lot of his offensive attack that he's so strong with. So, that's part of the adjustment in the game. Every game's going to change. Looks like the flags have changed while we're talking about that. Blowing to the west now. So that wind is swirling out there and will help the teams running towards the west goal at the moment. You have the Alegria team headed towards the west goal. Just to get you organized if you're not used to the fields here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And, of course, Lake Worth Road on the opposite side of those flags. There you go. The cars are going by. Headed back. And so this is going to have they're going to call this bumping, trigger white pushing the purple. The purple. We talk about the colors. Sorry about that, Jan.
All right.
What color is it?
Cherry. I thought cherry red.
I want to know if anybody knows exactly. I got to ask Fred.
Yeah.
It looks like a hot pink to me.
Or a hot pink.
Hot pink.
I've never heard of hot
pink. Have you ever heard of hot pink? It seems like a hot pink. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just catches your eye. But if anybody's exactly, I might ask Fred exactly. And usually we have somebody come in and tell us We were what was the helmet? We were trying to figure out Falabella's helmet for
Yeah, that was lavender.
lavender, exactly. All right, on the move, Larry. Finally, as we want to do, get Larry in front. Backed up cleanly by Tincho.
Yeah, well done and unlucky there for Larry Austin. But hang on, the danger is not yet contained. Here we go then. Lorin Zubiari, he could give an half a chance to open those shoulders. Now he's going to leave that one for Tocolino. The ball being pushed along there by Jason Crowder's pony. And here we go then. The cat, on top left-hand corner. Well done, Mariano.
Every day, every week, every year. Don't give him that shot.
No.
And that's going to be a good, because Mariano hasn't had opportunities. And it bounces off the player here. Quick line change. You got to give one. Good play by Crowder. Get out of the way. And Mariano's going to stroke that ball every day from there. So, here we go. Both teams coming out with pace here in the second half. I'm liking it.
And for the second time since that first chukker, Kaia taking the lead again. Remember, they left the first chukker 3-2. Didn't score, but had those 3 goals on handicap. It was then level, 5 apiece at the end of the second and 6 apiece at the end of the third. So, Kaia back in the lead by 1 goal. And they've won the throw-in. Santi Tocolino. Fusia. Fusia, is that how you pronounce it?
That is the color.
Okay.
And I want to thank SR for that.
SR being?
We call her Mom.
Aha. Okay. Well, she would know, of course. Indeed. Thank you very much, Mom, for that one. And I hope we pronounced it correctly.
That's a crazy color, too.
That is a crazy color.
I mean, that opened my eyes. You learn something new every day.
You do indeed. Fusia. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you very much indeed. And here we go. A man with that very Fusia going downfield. Left for nicely done by Mannix. Back to Crowder. Puts it a little bit over to the right-hand side. Aguirre will clear it. He's got the choice of 2 to choose from. Picked up now by Santi Tocolino. Tocolino on the near side. Trying to weave his way between 2 defenders there from Alegria. But that was just 1 too many. And Chukker. Erskine turns it around nicely. Still the young man from South Africa. Erskine, beg your pardon, Crowder. Little deflection coming off the pony. Extended back, but Mannix walking through. Lorin, nice little backhand. And as if he meant that to go there. Kaia Polo out in front and on his own. Santi Tocolino. Now then. Oh. But corrects himself. He did that just to wind us up, I think, Dale.
Making a run there. Santi's doing a lot of work today. He's coming in from the back door. And I like when Santi's going forward here. He had the breakaway play. And checked his shoulder there. Tincho knows he's, just bad luck. What a finish. I mean, this guy. And shout out to Tocolino family. And they are tuned in every day, especially his father. I mean, I think you remember when we were at the field a lot. His father was always out there, so I mean, it's great to have of course, we're going to our currency changer, but we have a lot of South American, especially in Argentina, tuning in CTV Sports, especially the families. It's great to hear from the uncles, the fathers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers. I mean, it's amazing, man. It's just how it's grown. It's special.
And not only that, CTV Sports, because we have Chukker in the house. If you don't, if you're not, up to speed on the English language, you can, of course, follow the action in Spanish.
Yeah, which is great. And we got to talk to Chukker today with our ESPN Argentina, and big love.
Hola, Dale.
Hola, mi hermano. I love it. No, it's just great. It's great to see that, man, and especially when you can when you hear it from the elder state ladies and men of their families being able to watch their kids, and not even that, now grandkids. It's just it's unbelievable. Cacho Merlos. I mean, you remember seeing Cacho. Tincho is, of course, playing now, but now watching his grandkids play, and Gonzalo Pierres. You know, these are guys that I as a young polo player, they were everything, and they got me into the game. And now to see them to have the opportunity to watch not just their sons and their daughters play, because there's so many ladies that are playing so well in women's polo, just tearing it up. Congratulations to the. We had a great time at the Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails yesterday.
We did.
And a lot of great people over there. So remember that on Tuesdays. Here we go. On the move. This is what we want. Ooh, finally we're going to get some move there. But Cecile Cochran was there, and I want to give a shout out to her because I was talking to her about it, and she's plays in the Open, and she's involved in the women's polo here, and she was just really got a lot of perks on that, and just it's great to see that. So if you have a Tuesday off, please come out and check it out. We're going to have a lot of fun games, especially with our World Polo League. On the move right here. Turn around, Mariano.
Yeah, and if you don't have a Tuesday off, just take it off. So here we go then. Aguirre, just beaten to it. As that ball will go down towards that halfway line, but Loreen Zubiari, what will he do to get past Sugar Erskine? Well, Sugar very often gets the support from this young man from Calgary. There he is, Fred Mannix. Great eye for the ball. Mounted very well. Very, very strong player. Near side forehand. Sugar, I'm not sure he's going to get to that. Aguirre, nicely done on the near side. Takes it around the outside towards the boards. Well, that looked a little bit too close for comfort here. Let's have another look at that one.
Yeah, but you're going to see this now. Very tight game, so it's going to be some tight ride-outs. Mariano's going to come around here. They come together there. We'll see what they end up working out. Looks like they're going to go on the uneven ride-off. Take back to center. Opportunity, 5B. And this will go in favor of, you know who's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get ready. 1:09 on the clock. And great start here in the second half by Kaia.
You think this is the moment?
Well, Santi's always, you never know with Santi. You know, they might go the control play up by 2 now. So, they might go to the control play. Hitting into the wind, but it's a light breeze. But you see the flag, they perked up a little bit. Since, we've been watching them kind of go. So it's kind of changing a little bit out there. You'll probably go for it. Yep. He's going for it.
Sends it out to the left-hand side. Loreen nearly getting the piece of it, but Alegria, look how quickly they come out of the starting blocks, and it'll be Erskine. Sugar. Jason taking care of the general. Or has he? And needs to stick with his man. Left behind for Mannix. Read it well. It's all about the anticipation and reading what could possibly happen. Yeah, he went for the shot. And a cut shot here. And again, coming off Loreen Zubiari's pony there. Very unlucky for Tincho Merlos. Sugar just puts its mallet down, changes the line, and off we go. Kaia Polo. Jason. Crowder did enough just to stop that attack from getting a little bit further downfield. Now then, Loreen Zubiari looking for Tokalina. But look at that 3-man defensive line here by Alegria. Try to take that out of mid-air. Tincho Merlos.
That'll end it right there, but good defense here by Kaia Polo. Wow. I mean, they were blocking everything at the end, but we are getting a whistle at the end of the Chukker. We'll see what our umpire decide on this. Stay with us. We'll be right back for our 5th Chukker play.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go then. 2 more chukkers to play, and chukker number 4 is where we've seen an interesting twist here after it was all very much balanced and even Stevens. Remember, 6 goals apiece at the end of the first half. And then 2 unanswered goals by Alegria in chukker number 4. Mariana Aguirre and Santi Toccolino both picking up a goal. Dale, was chukker number 4 the pivotal chukker in which things are going to be turned around?
100%. They came out of the cake. We wonder when you get a team like 2 teams like this so close in the first 3 chukkers, what's going to happen when they come out of the locker room, the tent. And we see so many different change-ups. A lot of teams change their horse lineups. A lot of people change what they're doing. And I just love that what Kaia did. They came out and they're playing really, well, you know what I say, defense wins championships. So they played great D. They scored goals on breakdown plays. Right here, Kaia's going to get one. And non-call, so whoa, you're not going to get the whistle. I'm not sure if Mariano got out of there in time. Let's check it out. Inside, flipped around. Ooh, they might be calling more, not really Mariano, but the block.
Yeah.
So with the block, you're going to have 1 play afterwards.
Yeah.
Actually, Mariano's probably clean there, but a little bit of contact where Teacher's got to run around Santi. And so just a little bad luck there for Kaia. But great start here for Alegria, especially fit chukker action. But I love the way they start, when they come out. And also, those are only their first 2 goals from the field.
Yeah,
man.
Indeed.
I mean, they only had a 3 and a 1 and a 4 in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a big, that's a breath of fresh air.
So, important goal here. Tincho Merlos picking up an open goal penalty too. That's his 4th of the afternoon. 3 from the line, 1 out of regular play. And an important goal, Dale, before Kaia start running away too far. So just 1 goal in it here in the top of chukker number 5.
Back to the center here, and every possession big. Oh, look at this. Tincho can get out in front. Good recovery by Mariano. Tincho's going to fire one from way out. It might make it. Oh, wow. Tincho. He's done this twice today. He actually, the first goal he scored in the second chukker.
Correct.
Very similar goal. Shoots it down. Watch this. This is a former 10-goal player. He knows that Mariano's going to beat him on the next play. So you got to go for the big goal.
Yep.
And not an easy shot, but well done.
So everything back to square one. It was 6 apiece. It was 5 apiece, 6 apiece. And now it's 8 apiece here in chukker number 5. And remember, they change ends after every goal is scored. And Alegria once again winning that throw-in. But can they take it a bit further down the field? Well, who's going to be the first man on that line? It will be Aguirre, and Aguirre, like he's got eyes in the back of his head. He saw Lorin Zubiari face upfield. going to the west end side of that field. As you said earlier, Dale, north, I beg your pardon, east and west. As Crowder, Jason Crowder, with his goal-scoring hat.
A whistle on the play here, and let's see what happens here. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Steals it away. From Mariano, and then we have a whistle, so we'll have to check on this with 8-8. So, well done, Jason. Jason's been, as you said, working very hard and hasn't had opportunities to shoot a goal. But they might have had to give him one play here. And that's what the late whistle was. He kind of stole it away, and then the player was blocking and made a play on the ball, you know. But he actually won the play.
Well,
so you could play the advantage, you could play,
yeah.
And it goes back and forth on the advantage. Listen, I mean, if you give a guy like this an opportunity, Tincho, open goal penalty 2, 30-yard shot, and when so it's a toss-up. I've sat in more meetings with professional umpires on when you should play advantage, when you shouldn't play advantage, so that it just comes at parts of the game. And definitely Mariano got caught sideways.
Yeah.
And when he missed it, so he couldn't make a reach-back play.
Yeah.
And Jason got through the reach-back play, but whatever, got the 2, and they're going to get the lead here, 9-8.
Hat trick then for Tincho Molos here in the 5th and penultimate Chukker. But now it's the turn of Kaia. Lorene Zubiari, where's that ball going? Well, it'll be cleared, but goes over their own back line. So we will see a shot on goal by Kaia now, based on this equivalent of a corner kick.
First safety of the day. And I thought, I was watching the flags and beautiful World Polo League flags back there. Love the brand. And looked like they were kind of going the opposite way. So just kind of swirling around out there. And it was a very cool day. The weather changed the last couple of days down here in southern Florida. We were in the 80s a couple of days ago, and then everybody was, last night at Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails, everybody had jackets on, and a few of the professional players were saying, "Are we back in Aspen?" I said, "Ain't not in Aspen yet." But if you'd like to play polo in the summertime, of course, check with our general manager, Kel Newman, or our director of operations, Juan Bellini. Get you organized to play polo in the summertime, July, August, into September, based on scheduling. They will line you up. And, of course, Polo on Demand and the Polo School is in session in the summertime. And a lot of I'll tell you what, if you've never been to Aspen in the summer, you are missing out. A lot of people go to Aspen in the wintertime because it was one of the top, of course, ski areas in the world. And but the summer is just unbelievable. Beautiful place, great polo. Play everything from, again, logo polo to high-go polo and the polo school. And, of course, if you have any junior players, amazing amount of junior polo there, from the arena to the outdoor fields and the Gymkhana, which you've seen a lot of the Gymkhana on the commercials when the players or the kids are riding around taking all the different. It's a great job. It's great for the kids. Yeah. Wow, Santi, he's dialed in, man.
He certainly is. So, 9 apiece, Dale. Still
4 from the line. We'll give the penalty 1, but it's a team goal with 3 shots. And 2 penalty 4s and a 3. Second Chukker, third Chukker, and 5th. Yeah, we gave him the 1, even though it is a team goal. He was fouled. But they're doing well here. It's going to go down to the end. Give me a tight one.
Back to the action. Open backhand. Near side backhand again. Now look at this. Picked up by Crowder. Now we talk about that window. Looks like on this occasion that window was just shutting down on Crowder. Aguirre jumping very quickly on that line.
Yeah, you can see Mariano coming in from behind here. Keep an eye on this. Right there. And also Mariano had to get there quickly. But that is a good, you can learn a lot from that. That was going to the right of way and then up the line.
Yeah.
Instead of going on an angle, like a lot of players will ride on an angle, then you lose that play. Mariano, and he is such a, I mean, this guy studies the game at such a high level. I spoke a lot about it when I was umpire, but we're going to go to courtesy change here. He rides to the right of way and then up the line.
Yeah.
And that makes it a lot easier for the umpires to call.
Yeah.
But you can learn a lot about that if you're a new player in the game, because just because you ride on an angle, Crowder would have won the play because he had a lesser angle.
Yeah.
So, but Mariano goes to the right of way and up the right of way, and he has enough horsepower to close the window.
Clever.
Oh, clever, very clever.
Clever play, yeah, intelligent play.
Mm-hmm.
So, courtesy change, 3:45 on the clock. And let us just also remind you that the action, of course, in the World Polo League continues. Audi taking on Senfest, and Alegria, of course, this being their first game. They will have a very quick second game when they take on Pilot later on in the week. And speaking of later on in the week, remember Friday, Dale, we have a big day happening here at Grand Champions on Friday afternoon / Friday night. The countdown has begun for Nick Roldan's Sunset Polo White Party, hosted, of course, by Nick and Grant Gansey. Roldan and Gansey are combining their love for philanthropy and polo to create an event that is unlike any other, you will see. It will combine polo, great DJ music, and, of course, secret performances, or performers, we can't tell you who they are, F&B, food and beverage, and, of course, fundraising for local charities. The action continues on Friday afternoon, March the 22nd at 5:30. Gates close at 11. Of course, right here at Grand Champions Polo Club, the nation's largest club in the country and facility. But now let's go back to this hit from the spot in favor of Kaia. Could see something happening here if Santi Toccolino can get well, he's gotten over all of the players, and I would say maybe 4 or 5 yards to the right, but what a monster shot again from Santi Toccolino.
Yeah, another one. He just keeps firing away. All right, Fred. Fifth Chukker action. And mixing it up here a little bit, Fred. As now playing Opa Cabernet, actually, in Mochito's opera, which the Siren Dam, and he also mixed that. So there you go. Now you have the Pierre's is involved with some of the horses he's riding, mixing it up a little bit, and Mochito's. We talked about Lionita earlier, and of course his own breed, the Alegria brand. So. Mixing it up well, Fred, today.
Merlos picks up that ball. Merlos hammers this. Watch that ball. Where's it going? Up to the front door. A little bit unlucky there. Chukker was right there again where he needed to be, but the danger is still very much not contained here as Mannix will try and do something with it. Oh, cheeky but effective steal by the number 2, Lorene Zubiari for Kaia Polo. We have a 2-man horse race on our hands. Mannix in hot pursuit on the near side. Lorene Zubiari slightly over touches it to the right. And Mannix having done enough to keep a very close lid on that Lorene Zubiari. But a great run.
Yeah, I'm out up, and that's Mochito's Electra, he calls her. And actually the breeders from Mochito's. And like you said, it's a great mix to see here with, I'm very interested in the mix these days, Ian. We have Opa Cabernet from the Sire and Mochito's Opera. And Fred, of course, playing it from, and he's has a great breed with the Alegria breed, and he plays 5 from there. But to see that Machitos Electra and a lot of energy here by this chestnut.
Merlos down the boards. He might have found Chukker. He's just waiting, biding his time. But Crowder will pick this one up very nicely on the near side. They might both overrun if he can just keep sticking to his man.
9-9 here. And 2 players come together there. So we're going to take a break here, make sure everyone's okay. Kind of a tight play. 2 players just ride each other off. And captain's going to come over. Umpires will check this out, so we'll take a little break here. We're going to be right back. So make sure everybody's okay here. So 2 players come together right here in the middle of the 5th. And stay with us. We'll be right back on CTV Sports. All right, welcome back. Look at everybody's back on top. Lorraine Zubieri. Tincho. Looks like Lorraine's okay. So that's a good sign. Tight game here in the 5th Chukker. It's 3-2 in the first, 5-5, 6-6 halftime.
Yes, indeed.
And we knew it was going to be tough second half here, especially with these 2 teams. Alegria with their first game of the 2024 World Polo League Palm Beach Open. Kaia with their second game, but they need to win this one, so it's a must-win. But pretty much everybody here, remember the setup here for the Palm Beach Open, 2 brackets of 3. They play a cross bracket. And we have 1 bracket that'll play 4 within the bracket. Cross bracket will have a full rank. The 2 top teams will advance straight to the semifinals. Top teams in the 4-team bracket also advance. And they'll play it. This is going to be a game that we were talking about a lot. Is the 3rd place team in the cross bracket, 2nd place team in the 4-team bracket. Which bracket 3, they're going to have a playoff. And that's going to be a game.
That you don't want to miss.
It's going to be like a final. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a main game. So, and then that'll set the stage for the final or semifinals. First team will play 4th, second will play 3rd. Winners will advance. We've got everybody back on top. 101 left here in our fifth Chukker play, 9-9.
Here we go then. Ball's back in play. And that, of course, has a little bit of an advantage here for Alegria as they were on the doorstep there of Kaia Polo. Tincho. But they're going to have another whistle here, Dale. Very quick when that ball was thrown in. Of course, a lot at stake. Let's have another look at what happened there.
Yeah, quick line change. Watch it come off the pony here. Bang. Quick line change.
Yeah.
Always tough to read for everybody. And definitely lesser angle to the white. They'll take that to center. And we'll have a penalty 5B. And I couldn't think of a better time.
Absolutely.
For Santi Tocolino. Crush one, but we'll see. Tied game, so they might go to the control play. And we've seen a lot of that when the games are tight. Mariano having a little chat with Santi as he tees it up, deciding what they want to do. 104 on the clock, so you have time here, no rush. You might see the control play here by Kaia. Difficult from the center. We always talk about Santi when he hit the 2-point conversion. It was actually a 5A, 3-yard behind it, but it was on angle, and they kind of set him up really well, and they busted the middle open. Like everybody went for a pass to the right and the left, and that busted the middle open, and Santi just hit right down the center. It actually bounced 3 times before it went in. Problem with the 5B is you got everybody clustered in the middle. Let's see what he goes for.
Hello.
He's going for it.
Hello.
Come on, Santi. Come on.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh.
Unlucky, because that would have gone in. Again, it would have had a couple of bounces.
Yeah, but it would have went a little bit higher than he hit the last one. Remember, that has a lot to do with it. We got a true breakaway, Tincho.
And Alegria. Can they capitalize on this and get themselves in the lead going into the 6th Chukker? Looks like Tincho just needs to get the putter out. Well, that's coast to coast here, Dale. Nicely done. And I'm sure they'll work that clock down. Here you go again, Tincho Molos.
4 goals in the 5th, Tincho. A 4, a 2, and 2 from the field.
Wow.
Que golazo, Tincho Merlos on fire here in the 5th. And, when you look back at his hand, this is what can happen. You go for the big one, and that's the difference in the control play. So you're going to see a lot of different changes here. All right, here we go. We're going to get ready for our 6th Chukker of play, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Another great season. We got a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen playing with these great people. Amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town. I love the valley. I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends. I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, there's a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
Once again, a warm welcome and welcome back to the sixth and final chukker of what has been a very, very exciting game. 10 goals to 9. Alegria. And we were just talking about it. Tincho Merlos picking up 4 goals in that last chukker. Just the 1 goal coming from Santi Toccolino, converting a penalty 6, a corner. So they, at the moment, are down by just that 1 goal. But that's basically the way that score sheet here has been reading throughout the afternoon. Remember, 3 goals to 2 at the end of the first in favour of Kaia. Then Chukkers 2 and 3, even Stevens 5 apiece, 6 apiece. And we thought that Kaia might have a little bit of an advantage at the end of chukker number 4 when they only scored, well, they scored 2 goals. Alegria not hitting the target. And here we go. That's the way you get it done with the number 3. Mariano Aguirre picking up a very important early goal here at the top of chukker number 6.
Yeah, no, this is the super goal and must-needed goal, especially with the Alegria team coming back so strong in the 5th. It almost looked like Kaia were going to go back to their old school style and take over. But now we are in a crapshoot with 10 to 10 in the middle. Picked up here, Tincho.
Yeah, no, but can he go all the way? Merlos. Yeah, bit of a bouncing ball. 3 attacking players all there. It's sent back. Well, somebody's lost his mallet head. Now then, Erskine. Just taking the pace out a little bit. And Chukker is not only a very talented and intelligent player, but also an absolute sportsman. Fair play always to him. He will help where he can. But now he needs to help his team pick up another goal. And there you go. The answer didn't keep us waiting very long.
Great polo by both teams here, Jan. Early in the 6th chukker. And this is horsepower, man. And that's World Polo League at the highest level. Coming from left to right, but a clean non-call. Enough space in there to keep it open. Great goal by Chukker.
And that's his 4th of the afternoon. And with that, he puts his team back in the lead for a second time. Remember, they hit those double figures after Tincho Merlos picking up 4 goals in the previous chukker. So, a goal apiece so far in the 6th and final chukker. But on aggregate, Alegria are in the lead by 11 goals to 12. And let's see how long that lead will last. Now, Chukker having to go back as the Secretary of Defense, Lorene Zubiari, didn't expect to have a loose ball play. As here we go then, Tincho Merlos. He will take on 2 defenders of Kaia. Santi Toccolino just getting to that ball a fraction earlier than Tincho. Still Toccolino. Plays it up to the front. Everybody from Kaia now going towards that goal mouth. Mannix got a nice little piece of that one. Merlos on the boards there with Zubiari. Aguirre just holding fire. And then we will have another whistle after they come together.
Yeah, the Zubiari's going to come around the corner here, and he does it well. This is the first, actually, he's been playing so much defense today, but he pulls it out or gets on the run. Now keep an eye riding in from behind, right there. Tincho reaching out front, but coming in from behind. They'll send us to our courtesy change, and early courtesy change here at 4:11 on the clock. So we might see a few little changes, especially as tight as this game is. They might change again. You might see a few changes by some of these teams. Keep an eye on that. But you will put Santi on the line. And opportunity here for the equalizer. Teacher Merlo, 7 goals today. 4 from the penalty line, 3 from the field. 2 2s, 2 4s. Great shooting by Tincho. Everything else was a 5, A or B. Fred was hitting those. On the other side, good shooting by Santi Tocolino. 2 4s. He missed one, but first one, but otherwise he's been direct on everything. 3. Gave him the 1. Here's Santi. Open goal 2, no problem.
And as you said it, Dale, there is the equalizer. Well, he's not done too bad himself.
No, good shooting. You know, both these teams, you got to keep them off the line. And I'm sure all the other teams are watching, and they know when you play. I mean, all of the teams in the World Polo League, but especially these two, you can showcase Santi and Tincho. They're in the top 5 on shooting, penalty shooting.
So, Dale, let's put it to you. Any predictions how this is going to end?
They might see another overtime game here, I think. You know, we saw one the other day.
Yeah, we
what
did.
a game between Casa and went down to the end there, right? Park Place. What a game it was. End up Casablanca 10-9. And on a... I loved how they let them play.
Yeah.
The umpires just let them play. And I've been in that situation before as a professional umpire and a player, but as a professional umpire, and when you get into overtime, Chukker, both teams receive an extra challenge. And it was an easy call at the end. I mean, Grant was fouled on a right-of-way violation. But what a game. I mean, it went back and forth. It was a grinder. Casablanca. They gave up 3 goals, Casablanca, to the Park Place team. And and they made it up in the first Chukker, 3-3. Then it went back and forth. Park Place came back strong, made it 5-3. They went to halftime 5-4, Park Place. And then it was 5-5 in the 4th, 7-7 in the 5th, 9-9 in the 6th. And they scored right at the end. Here we go. We'll see what happens in this one. Should be a fun 3:40 left. Mariano.
Aguirre just biding his time again. It's all thought through. Loreen Zubiari out to the right-hand side, or was there a deflection? Tincho will pick it up. Still Merlos. Well done. Keeps it nice and low. And Alegria. Nicely taken here by Erskine. He's looking why there's nobody coming in to challenge him. Well, if nobody does, then Chukker will put his 5th goal up on the scoreline.
You're walking the park.
Yeah.
Chukker was just like cruising there. What a great mare here. He mounted, of course, by the Santa Rita breeding operation, Chukker. And he gets out in front, and this guy is just on fire. I love watching him run the goal. He's one of my favorites, running the goal. You can call him the sweeper, Swiffer. My wife calls him. Just sweeping the floor.
Yeah.
You know, run along.
Yeah.
Paulito does the same. Rufino Benzadone. A lot of the best players in the world. They just like it was effortless.
Well, he might have another crack here. He's got Crowder out, lending in a little bit of a helping hand. Aguirre, at least they've pushed them deep into their own half. Oh!
Mario's not going to like that.
Steady on there, steady on.
Yeah, Mario's not going to like that. And to come together here, Mariano taking control. Nice little tap. That's pro play. Flip back. Gets right on the line, but you got to give him time. Can't just, player can't just disappear.
Bulldoze him. No, you can't do that. No.
No, you don't let him know about it. Now, you get some discussion on this. You will get some discussion based on the contact. And I think both teams still have challenges here. if they need them. But they can trigger this all day long, of course, with the contact. So you're going to have a discussion across the board. And so they'll take a look at it. 2:03 on the clock, 1 goal difference, huge game. Time to slow it down. Embrace the technology.
Yep.
And we will see. They get their final word. Always take their time. Look at all the angles. Talk about the situation. Talk about the play. You're going to be talking ball placement. A lot of stuff going on right now. There's a lot going on. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see that moved a little bit. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So.
All right. 100%. So you are going to get a challenge on this by Alegria, which risk reward matrix. I don't know if I challenge it. Just put it out there. But they challenge the ball placement. I like it.
Yeah.
So I like this because they are going to move it to an open goal. But also based on the ride-off, when Mariano had control, you knew it was going to get moved. But, hey, this is risk reward matrix. It's not a bad challenge on the ball placement, but it is going to stand. They're going to lose their challenge, and I like the call because, a player can't just disappear. It's a tough game, a lot of adrenaline going right now. Mariano did have the right to either clear or go on the line, and Santi will pick up the open goal penalty 3. So well done, really, across the board by everybody. And once again, great job by I like the challenge by Alegria because they might have been able to get a 60 out of it, possibly. It could have went that way. But I do like the open goal style because based on consistency, in World Polo League, safety of the four-legged athlete.
Absolutely.
You got to move them up.
Yeah.
So I think it was a win-win-win-win across the board.
Here we go then. The last minute and a half remain in this super exciting and thrilling game between Alegria and Kaia. It's a dozen apiece. But Alegria have it. 21 goals scored. Remember, you've got to take away those 3 given on handicap. And look at this. Waltzing his way through there, Fred Mannix. But again, a whistle will just stop the play. Let's have another look at this closely. Here we have Fred Mannix coming around the outside. Runs into a little bit of traffic, takes it out to the right. And
not sure he's allowed to reach in front there. Yeah. Freddie's going to have that ball more on his right side. What's neutral is not neutral. It can be tough. Sometimes when 2 players are together, where's that ball at? Is it neutral or is it... I think good call here. Freddie had that ball more in control, so Lorene's got to just give him a play there. Open goal penalty 2 from the spot. Tincho, number 8.
Mm-hmm. Now then, Dale, we're down to the last minute. Kaia need to pull out all the stops here.
Wow, what a game, huh?
I have to push this into overtime.
Another tight one.
Very well, but that is the World
No,
Polo.
I know. I've been enjoying it. It's been so competitive. The season has just been blowing my mind. How competitive all the teams have been and how tight the games have been. Tincho.
Well, the ball is exactly where Alegria want to have it, which is deep in the half of Kaia Polo. We're down to the last 24 or 20 seconds now left on the clock. Lorene Zubiari. Still plenty of time if he can get through. Down comes the hammer from Crowder. Extended by Tincho and Chukker. Well, he'll just take that ball downfield and play the clock to his advantage.
Oh, they're just going to run out of time.
Yeah. Cracking game of polo.
Very good game. Yeah, and wow, this was just another great. Let's check out our stats here. They should be pretty tight. There you go. I mean, couldn't be any closer than that. I mean, just unbelievable. He just goes right down the board there. Great stats there. Thank you, guys. And once again, I want to thank both teams. Any last final words, Ian?
To remind everybody not to forget to tune in for our next match. Audi will be taking on Senfest. Make sure you join us here for that on CTV Sports.
For Jan Addick, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.